Aiden down in Wellington sent out $2.4 million worth of deck and fence quotes since working with me in 2024. Before he did a trial with me, he was relying on word of mouth, wondering when the next job was coming from. He didn't have a clear path forward to start scaling the business. Fast forward now, since working together, he's consistently got 30 plus deck and fence leads in the Wellington, Kapiti and Upper Hutt, Lower Hutt region. How we did this was getting them all over Google for decks and fences in Wellington, Upper Hutt, Lower Hutt. I'll be breaking down the exact strategy how we did this right now. Before we jump in, here's a quick look at the leads we've sent over to Aiden in the last 6 months. 179 leads. We've got timber fences, steel fences. We had a timber deck on Friday. Here's a quick message from Aiden back in October. Picked up a brand new Hilux. Didn't think I'd be doing this last year when the struggle was real. So what I did was I jumped into some SEO data to see what people were looking for on Google to make sure I could help. So I found a bunch of keywords like fencing Wellington, 170 people looking per month. Wellington Fence Company, I saw 90 people looking per month. And I saw a couple of searches for decks and deck builders in Wellington. So what I did, because I already had existing deck and fence clients in Auckland, I've been running ads for fencing and deck companies for 5 years previously for working with Aiden. I knew the exact keywords and the landing page structure that we need to instantly start generating leads. So we split up the campaigns between fences and decks. It's a big mistake I see people doing, is grouping lots of different types of products together and wondering why they're not getting a great result. Taking a quick look at the fences Wellington campaign, we put in some great high intent keywords like fence company, fence builders, fence services, pool fencing. These are all great high intent keywords that when people type, they already actually find someone to do the job. We also developed out an extensive negative search term list so that the way we spent the budget was very efficient, reducing the cost per lead for the client and making sure we got as many leads in as possible. So even after the first week, we had a lead in. The week after that, a couple more, and we ended up working together with Aiden. It's obviously been over a year now. What I did was I built out even more websites. It's one thing to show up in the Google ads at the top. It's another to show up in the ads in the Google Maps section and also in the SEO section. So up the top, you're usually going to have the ads section. Underneath that is the map section, and then underneath that is the SEO section. So the more spots you have on the board, the more fishing lines you got in the water, the more people are going to be hitting you up to get their fence or deck done. Here's a quick look at Google Search Console. This is what we use to make sure that all our clients are ranked #1 for their exact keywords that we're after. So we've got Fence Builder Wellington in here. As you can see, this orange line is the average position. We're consistently position 1 for Fence Builder Wellington. Deck Builders Wellington. Average position is the orange number. So within 2 weeks, we're at position 12. Within 3 months, position 5. And then we've been consistently in the top three, and even position 1 here just on Friday. Fencing Lower Hutt. This is something that we've deployed recently, and we're already #1. How we basically did this was we always reference the SEO data. We build out the websites to split out the main services. We want to have these main keywords and the main headings. We want to make sure we've got lots of informative content and copywriting on the websites, lots of images, FAQs, contact pages, about pages, blogs. So obviously over the Christmas break was a little bit slow. Most guys, tools are down, people are at the beach chilling. Things have really started picking up though come February with the pickup of the market and also these additional sites that we're continuing to launch. So if we pull up Aiden's leads for the last 31 days, he's had 51 leads in the last month. What's that? 5 leads in 1 day last week, 3 leads another day last week. If we take a look at the actual value provided, I like to make sure I'm generating real results for the clients. So average deck or fence price, let's say 10,000. That's probably the average that Aiden's been doing. Since working together, he's easily had 30 leads a month. Most of the deck and fence guys I'm working with are about the 25% profit margin, and they're closing about 30% of the leads that come through. So that looks like an extra 22k profit for Aiden or 90k revenue, and this doesn't include the jobs that he closes and does and builds a real connection with the client. And 6 months later, they're heading him up for doors, windows, renovations, etc. Last month, we've had 51 leads, looking at a potential upside of 38k profit and 150k revenue. It's a shame we can't get a picture of the brand new ute. Had a big ribbon around it, and it was amazing for me to see Aiden a year ago kind of struggling and driving around in a big ute. We've got a great relationship. I love catching up with Aiden every now and then. Aiden's been getting so many leads, we've actually had to develop out a lead management system to help him close the most leads. You know, it's one thing for me to send leads to clients, but I want to do as much as I can to help them close those leads. All the leads that come through my system and his website go into the new lead column. He can drag it around. Initial outreach, quote in progress, close job. This helps him close more leads, stay on top of leads, do follow-ups, see where things are at. It also helps them get more Google reviews because we've baked in some additional automations to request reviews from happy clients. So that's how we help Aiden quote $2.4 million of decks and fences over 2014 with just SEO and Google ads. Now, of course, you can do everything that I've shown you in this video, but let's face it, you're here to grow your business, not sit here looking at keywords, trying to figure stuff out. You're a builder, you're a business owner. If you did what I do, you'd be in a corporate office or running your own business looking at keywords all day for digital marketing. If you want me to handle all of this for you and build a predictable lead generation system to get your pipeline consistently booked out, I'll make sure I can help you first before we go further. Drop me a DM, let's have a chat. Cheers.